The original building was constructed back in 1957. If you think about it, in 1957, the world was a bit of a different place. We didn't have all those computers that you'll now see throughout the building. At that time, this building functioned as the center of government as well as the center of our judicial system. All of our courts were in this building up until time in 1957. You think about the Cold War that was in effect, and buildings like this were constructed strong. I know everybody refers to this as the Marble Palace because of the stout construction of the building. That's because it was an emergency storm and bomb shelter. The challenge for the architectural team, and you'll hear from them later, but the challenge was to redesign this building for modern day use in this century, as well as to complement at the same time the original design and construction. So they selected materials that were similar in pattern, texture, and color in order to do that. One of the other major changes that was made was that on the perimeter offices in the building before, there was no daylight coming into those windows. It was actually screened off. So one of the major changes was to allow natural light into the interior offices and smarter use of glass partitions. We've also placed all of the plumbing, piping, so that they meet ADA requirements. That was another thing that was not conceived of in 1957. But now we have a building that's totally accessible for individuals with disabilities, in addition to having a new HVAC system. As part of the redevelopment process here, we literally floor by floor had every floor gutted. All the walls were taken out, all the spaces were reconfigured to meet the current demands for Augusta and Richland County's government. Also, one of the big features of this building is that we now can allow for increased access to the local government process. Our old commission chamber up on the 8th floor only seated about 100 people. The new one now on the 2nd floor seats over 200, and we also have overflow space there if we can't get in. So we believe that this building is much more suited to serve our purposes in modern times, and hopefully also makes our citizenry feel closer to the government.